guys, it's me, it's Nita, and I'm back for another TV review. December 6th brought a ton of content, didn't it? We have Power, which I'm getting ready to do the recap, my review recap on. Power Book 2 Ghost. We have Shameless is back. We had an episode of Euphoria come. I'm going to do that. We have Your Honor. I'm going to do that. We have Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I was just like, oh my God, it's so much to do. It's so much to do. So without further ado, let's get into it. I don't, if you're new to my channel, you're new to my Power reviews, I don't recap the reviews in the normal fashion that everyone else does. You've already seen it. I've already seen it. So we're going to talk about different plot points and, who was turned up, turned down, MVP. We're going to break it down like that, and we're going to keep it entertaining like that. So without further ado, let's get to it. So this is a turn up episode. The turn up worthy character. I kept going between 2-Bit and Brayden, but I think I'm gonna put 2-Bit on as the turn up worthy character. Him on the stand sounded oh so smart. I was like, he wasn't that smart in Power Book 1, but he talking. So see how the writers did, how they tried to write it in there talking about, I've been in jail, so I've been reading and stuff like that. So they kind of, okay, so thank you, because he was not the smartest. He was not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So anyway, turn down worthy character, y'all. Y'all gonna have to excuse me because I have a couple of characters and a couple of things for each one of my categories. So Trace, number 1, just for being a spoiled, privileged white kid, probably a Trump supporter. Child, I can't. He was a mess. He was a mess. He's always a mess. That's why I don't like Trace. And so that's why I give, I'll get to it in the next one. Kane going off on Diana about fucking on Reek. And she ain't fucking him. And then most importantly, for knocking his mother down, Monet. He knocked her down. He didn't really hit her, but there was force and there was, it was intention. He knew who was behind him. He knew. Just like he knew about Diana. He don't get no passes from me on that one. He fucked up on that one. So, yeah. And Drew for not taking up for his sister, and allowing Kane to think that she was fucking on Reek. Then leaving after Monet told him not to, being thirsty AF, and also just being a bitch with with Kane. He was just like a total bitch. Like, he ain't speak up for his sister. He ain't take up for his mother. What the fuck? Like, you not doing that to my mom's. Like, yeah, we gonna have some words. It ain't you just gonna walk out the house after you knock your mother on the ground. So yeah, Drew, I'm gonna need you to step it up. Period. So, Creep Ambassador. I have a couple for this. Of course, first on the list is Holly 2.0, aka Riley, and Sax, of course. They're creepy asses. Riley just still snooping on Tariq and still trying to get information, and she just being real sloppy with it. To her telling him that she's not leaving his room and telling him that she drugged him. I was like, girl, you was doing too damn much. And then I kind of call bullshit on Tariq not getting it. I just felt like he just, they try to make him and play him up to be so smart. But at the same time, you be slipping, bro. Yeah, you need to get your shit together. And then also, Sax talking about some, I guess, a blow-up doll or something that Riley's mother gifted him. Like super weird. Creep ambassador. That's pretty much it. And then creep number 2. Diana. Why are you so jealous? It is so unattractive, and it is definitely doing what you're trying to get done. Like, it's not in your best interest to act the way you're acting. That thirsty is just like, no, girl, no. Just creepy, no. So my MVP is Brayden. They did a lot of character development with his character. See that again? I'm not gonna say no more. Sorry, y'all. My MVP is Brayden. They did a lot of character development for him, and he is turning out exactly the way I pictured in my mind. Like, that is where I'm going with this whole thing. He stepped it up with Kane, didn't he? He really stepped it up. He held his own, thinking fast under pressure. And they also foreshadow something. The line of dialogue saying that nobody fucks with my brother but me, or nobody can fuck with my brother but me. I believe that's gonna come full circle. Because Trace is going to have to answer to something. Either he's going to become a snitch, 1. He's already stolen product, 2. Somebody's going to have to handle him. And I believe it's going to be Brayden. That's going to come full circle. And I believe that was some shadowing. I call bullshit on Brayden going up to them 3 corner boys. Talking to them. Well, you know what? Were they corner boys? They sure ain't seem like him. But I call bullshit on that shit, because ain't no way in hell that's happening in real life. A white boy coming up to you talking about you want to smoke, and then show you a whole bag full of drugs. That's why I question whether or not they were corner boys, because I was just like, maybe they were just some boys that was just hanging around. I was just like, what the fuck? In what world does that happen? So I just think they weren't corner boys. I just thought they must have just been hanging out. Yeah, that was really whack. I mean, I understand that the writers are trying to develop his character to show him making the moves, but you still gotta make it realistic, right? Right. So the way it really go down is how it went down with Trace. Okay, so the clutch the pearls moment of the episode was Kane pulling up on Tariq, only to find Brayden and his brother Trace. They were fighting, kind of like tussling or whatever, like what boys do. Kane pulling that gun on Trace. I loved everything that happened to Trace in this episode. I was just like, yes, it was giving me so much life. It was giving me so much life. Taking them to the corner to deal the drugs. Trace getting his ass whooped. I was not mad at all. Not one bit. He deserved everything that he got. And then Trace sitting in the back seat looking like a little bitch. All beat up. Oh my goodness. It was so funny. He was like, you talking about I almost got killed. I was like, oh. Oh, that tickled me. That tickled me. Okay. So anyway. Officer Ramirez, that particular scene, Officer Ramirez pulled up on him, pulled over, pulled Kane over. Of course, again, I was like, is he watching them? Like, I feel like, I don't know. He feels a little stalkerish. Do you get them vibes or something? But you know what? I think what is happening with that is that, you know, they listen to the radio, right? And so whatever gives him a red flag, like he needs to be the one to, you know, check on that because of Monet's operation and stuff like that, and trying to get ahead of it and keep ahead of the curve. I'm thinking that's where that's going about that or something. So he was like, I'm gonna just let y'all go. Trey sitting up there talking about we were kidnapped. I was like, kidnapped? I guess that white privilege. Where we go? What's that? Karen? Yeah, because Trace a bitch. Karen, shut up. Oh, okay. The best scene would be Kane going to the pen to see Lorenzo, to vent his frustrations after he put his hands on his mama. He was going there to vent his frustrations about Monet, thinking his father was going to take his side. But however, I love when we as a united front. You always take up for me, and we'll discuss it later. But in front of united front, so I love that, you know. Lorenzo, he validated his feelings, and Kane was in there talking that Hispanic, the Spanish, the El Español. I was like, oh, okay, so maybe he might be Lorenzo. So I don't. Jerry's still out on that one. That's just. He validated his feelings. He told him, Monet is not there to listen to you. She's there to run the business. He basically said that Monet is an extension of him out there. He said, and I know you ain't swinging on me. I said, ooh. I felt like I was in trouble. He said, you know, gave him a hug, you know, put him in his place, gave him a real tight hug or whatever. He was like, remember, you are my soldier. That lane, stay in it. Keep telling you, I don't know what's going on up there. Gives him some love, hug him real tight. Gave the guards the eye. The guards went in that joint, turned the cameras on, and commenced to beating Kane's ass. I was like, ooh. And that was that we kept trying to figure out who was fucking Kane up like that. We were like, we know it can't be Lil Guap because they would have to sneak him or something. So it was the guards. The father put the guards on him, give him a little beat down. As he should. I ain't had no problems with it at all. But did you notice best line? Best monologue or something like that? This is one of them. He walks back into the little space where they were. I don't know if that was an elevator or something like that, and or just like a breakaway point or something like that. He walks back in and looks over him and said, "Don't you ever put your hands on my wife again." Boom. Just like that. So yeah, y'all, that was my review. I have a couple other little things that I kind of put a note on. Drew with this course correct. Man, if fall in your lap was a person, Drew, and you saw how they put the course correct right in his lap, like that shit just fell in his lap. I was just like, oh my god. So it was a mess. I was just like, wow, that joint just conveniently fell on his lap. And so I noticed the themes that was going through the episode of being good and evil. Locke and Hobbes is what they were studying in school. Had Tariq thinking real hard. Like, I mean, he couldn't even, I don't even remember him answering the question. Because I think he didn't even answer it when Lauren put it back to him again. So yeah, he wasn't answering that question. He was not here for it. You know, they were kind of going through, shout out to Lamont, the Professor Carey, Professor Megram, talking about lock and key. Okay, so so yeah. Anyway, that was an interesting conversation. Yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, one more thing about the court scenes and what Method Man and Sax is doing. Aren't they making it so obvious? Aren't they making it really obvious what they're doing? Like, I mean, if they're supposed to be like kind of covert, it was just like, that's not what that was to me. Because even the judge, she even saw that it was flawed. She was like, what? Huh? What? Like, she was just questioning everything. And then all of a sudden, Tasha face, she just kept getting rattled or whatever was going on. She just kept getting rattled. Every time they talked about Tariq, every time Tariq's name came up, it was like, dun, dun, dun. I was like, good grief. She was. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought the court scenes were pretty good. And I actually think Tasha about to get out. I think she about to get out. So, okay, so let's see. We got December 6th. How many more weeks we got? Like 2 more weeks to Christmas? I mean, 3 more weeks? This was 6, 7, 8, 9. What'd I say? When I say Tommy coming back. Christmas episode. Canceling Christmas. You heard it here first. So, you know. Thanks so much if you stayed to the end of the video. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. I do live tweets. Yeah, you guys. So like, comment, and get down in the comments and let the diva know what you thought about the episode, what you thought about my review, what you thought about whatever. So yeah, do you think Tommy's coming back? Episode 9. I do. Let's see. Who want to put some money on it? Okay. Let's get down in the comments. All right, y'all.